Hey guys, today I'm going to show you my updated foundation routine, and this has changed so many times recently. The reason for that is that my skin is normal to dry, and depending on the season it needs absolutely different approach, especially when it's winter outside, when it's snowing, raining, wind is blowing, when it's really cold. I need to be taking care of my skin. And what exactly I do is that I try to cover discoloration, I try to moisturize my face really well, and at the same time I really want my skin to look flawless. So if you want to know how I achieve that, how I try to look healthy and gorgeous and beautiful, then continue watching. Okay, so hello once again. Now you can see my bare skin, and this is not very pleasant for me because I don't like showing my skin without makeup. So please appreciate that. But let's start off because I assume this video can take a while. So what I can tell you is that my foundation routine has been changing so rapidly, like so fast you can't imagine. And every time I liked this transformation even more and more. Well, to start off, I really liked in the beginning applying some moisturizer and then applying the primer and then applying the foundation. Well, my favorite primer is this Hard Candy and then this Studio Secrets by L'Oreal. So they're both very good. I applied the primer and then I applied my foundation and everything was like really fine. But then I proceeded to another step. I found that during the winter my skin was some kind of, it was okay, but when I went out to walk with the dog and then it came back and then I went to work, I started feeling that my skin is kind of becoming like really dry. My skin is actually normal to dry. So moisturizer was not enough for me, so I decided to add some more moisture to it, and I started using this bio oil. I think you have seen it in one of my videos. It's really good. So what I did is I applied just a little bit of the product, and by the way, this is like so universal. You can be applying it not only to your face but to the whole body. Basically it's for scars, even for stretch marks, uneven skin tone, aging skin, and dehydrated skin. So basically this was my issue. I decided to try it. I was really amazed by this effect. So what I did is I basically applied to those areas where I felt that my skin was like really dry, especially my nose, because my nose is kind of like tends to chip, you know what I mean? So it was really an awful feeling. So basically I applied this. Well, basically it's like a T-zone, a little bit to my cheeks as well. And what I did then was I waited for like 2 seconds. By the way, this product is an amazing makeup remover. So basically what I did then was take my foundation and apply it with a brush. But just recently I started using another thing, which I don't think, well, it's not that I don't think, which I think is amazing, like really it is amazing, but it can be compared to this step as well, because this has its own merits as well. So, I'm a subscriber at Tiffany's channel, Makeup by Tiffany D. I'm absolutely sure she doesn't know who I am or anything like that, but Tiffany, I really love you because I've seen so many good, tips and tricks on many makeup related issues. So she suggested this product, which is Origin's Vitazing SPF 15 Energy Boosting Moisturizer, and it's funny because it's not sold here in my home country. And that very day when I saw the review, which was like I don't know, 5 days ago maybe, my husband was traveling and he was in Portugal. I called him and said, like, could you please check out maybe at the airport tax-free zone whether this product is sold there. He called me back. He said no, unfortunately not. And then he was traveling through Oslo, and then he calls me and says, yes, it is sold there. So he bought me this moisturizer, which I personally think is really great because besides being a moisturizer, it gives your skin some kind of a radiance or it gives some kind of like a protection layer. Well, besides being SPF 15, it really gives you some kind of like radiant shine, but it's not awful, if you know what I mean. So basically when you apply your foundation is radiant. It seems that it kind of like mixes with the foundation mixes with moisturizer, and it's really amazing. Like really, it is really amazing, the effect that you can achieve with it. But I am totally sure that you can achieve this effect with this product as well. Maybe not quite the same, but they both work for me, and depending on the mood, I choose either this method or this. I'm not going to apply this moisturizer right now because I've already applied oil to my skin. So basically what I do now, let me go on to my foundation. I've used millions and zillions and whatever foundations, and there are some of my favorites. Well, obviously one of my favorites is this Revlon Photo Ready foundation. Mine is nude, and by the way, right now I hope you can see it. Many of you tend to write emails or messages saying that, oh, your foundation tone is different from your face tone. Well, if you can see even right now, your face is different from your neck. If you can see right now, it really is, and I don't know why. My neck tends not to get sun enough, so it doesn't matter which foundation tone I use. This way or another, my neck will look really pale. So enough of those comments, please. But yeah, this is my favorite foundation right now. I think it doesn't work for those with oily skin because it has some particles which reflect light, and this way or another it will be kind of shiny. So it is again with this thing that if your skin is oily, this routine might not be good for you, but you can try it out. So basically, yeah, this is my favorite. But if you have an oily skin, I would suggest using Revlon Color Stay. I've used many foundations. MAC, Makeup Forever, Estee Lauder, Elizabeth Arden, Lancome, and I personally think that these two are a really good, like, let's say, bargain for and like a good quality, if you know what I mean. Basically, like, quality is really good and you get it for a really affordable price. So if you don't want to be spending your money just for a brand or something like that, then I would go for Revlon because I think it's really good. And another my favorite is obviously Makeup Forever HD definition. I think it's really good, but this way or another, I don't know why I can compare it to this. So enough for the foundation review. So what I do for my foundation routine is that I apply a little bit of the product to my hand, and then I take a flat tip brush. This is a foundation brush, and what is good about this is that it is not a branded one. I bought it from eBay. I can name you the store. It will be in the description box where I bought it. It's really good. It is amazing how it can blend the foundation, blend it into your skin so that your skin with the foundation looks like it's not wearing the foundation. Well, maybe you can see it, but not that much. So basically what I do is I apply the foundation and I do it like this. So these are five areas where a foundation is needed, in my opinion. And what I do is basically I start blending the foundation. And I don't need much. Well, my skin is obviously not that bad. I mean, I do have some spots and that kind of thing, but it's not that much. So I actually don't need correctors. I don't need that many concealers. So if this is the issue for you, then wait a second and I'll show you what you can do once you have applied foundation. And you can totally tell that my skin tone changes because you have seen that my skin tone is uneven, and here it's kind of reddish and here it's kind of whitish. And right now when I'm wearing foundation, you cannot see anything. And I usually apply some foundation to my neck. I have something left on my hand. But usually for my tutorials, I don't like doing it because like, why would I like to waste the product? If this way or another, I'm going to wipe it off after like some time, especially when I'm doing like crazy makeups. So buff it in. Okay, and we are practically ready. The only thing that is left is concealer. Well, I know that many of you use concealer underneath your foundation. What I have found is that for me, this way is not exactly good because while I blend my foundation, I usually tend to blend the concealer, so it's kind of waste of the product. What I do is, once my foundation is on my face, I take my concealer, which is Select Moisture Cover by MAC, and it's in NW20. And what I do is, I don't like actually my under eye area to be lighter than my foundation tone. So I basically apply this color of foundation under my eye area, and I don't blend it with any brushes because, well, I obviously don't like my skin to age too fast. So what I do is basically I dab my concealer with my fingers. You're practically ready to go. The only thing that is left, if you do have some spots, well, let's pretend that I do have some spots here. Well, I actually do, but they're not that much visible. So what I do is I apply some of the product here, and again, I'm going to dab the product with my fingers. And it's going to be covered. The problematic area is going to be covered, and your foundation will look unsmudged. And basically, this is it. So thank you so much for watching. Please let me know if you do have any questions. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And yeah, if you do have like your own foundation routine, then make sure that you post a video response, because I think it's all about communication, and all these great products were at this point or another point suggested to me by other people, and it's really great to be able to try out different methods and choose the one that suits you. So far, I guess those two methods are great for me. The foundation, I don't think I'm going to change it because I've bought like tons of this because it's not sold in my home country, and I bought it from the all over like different places there in the European Union. So I'm not going to change my foundation, but I'm definitely going to change my routine if I feel that this way or another it's not suiting me. But for winter and cold times, it's great for me. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Please let me know if you have other ideas. Hugs and kisses, and I love you all. Thanks, and bye.